I'm Johnny 2B. And we're bringing our fine fanfiction of My Lion King 3, Simba's Pride of the Next Generation, Chapter 15, Plotting. All music belongs to... and all art belongs to you. And rated PG. Again, this is Chapter 15 of Plotting of My Lion King 3, Simba's Pride of the Next Generation. San Francisco. Johnny 2B was moping around Fisherman's Wharf watching the sea lions and seals play tag with each other. He couldn't stop thinking about that lion named Copa when he heard some people crashing around the corner near Aliato's restaurant. I told you, Reed, that was my camera. He smacks him with it.
Reed, we're on vacation. Oh, in the eye.
Cut that out! He slaps back.
And Johnny turns around and sees the two brothers arguing like the Stooges and starts chuckling to himself.
I see you two having a lot of trouble, Johnny asks.
Yes, Brett blurts out and hides the camera behind his back.
Give me that! Shut up, knucklehead! Reed hollered as Johnny is chuckling some more. So I'm guessing you two are from out of town. Stay here long? Johnny asks.
Guess what, we're lost, Brett says. Reed gives his brother a stern look.
Sorry, mister, but you must excuse my brother, Reed says. That's okay. My name's Johnny 2B, but you gotta call me Johnny. Hey, you're that billionaire that bought the lion Copa, aren't you? Reed pointed out. Yes, and you are the two boys that I read about that broke Copa out of the Kansas City Zoo. Johnny smiled as he shook both their hands. That's us, Reed smiled.
How's Copa doing, Reed asked.
Well, actually, I don't own him anymore, Johnny said with a frown and twirled his hand.
Oh, that's too bad, Brett said, giggling as Reed slapped his brother.
What happened? Reed asked. Well, one of my casinos had to foreclose, and I had to sell them. That I didn't manage to keep the two lions, Brasta and Sylvia. Cool.
Both brothers went. Then a pigeon landed, obviously wanting food.
No, I don't have any food, Reed said, looking at the bird kind of mysteriously as he was talking to it.
The pigeon jumped up and down twice. I already told you I don't have any food, Reed waved the bird off.
Johnny was laughing. What's so funny? Reed asked. You're talking to a bird like you actually understand what he said, Johnny said, looking at Reed strangely.
Well, Reed does have the gift of talking to animals, Brett said.
No way! Really? Johnny laughed, being sarcastic at the boys. Actually, I do have that gift of talking to animals after I crashed the car stealing Copa. Brett was laughing. Reed gave his brother another stern look. Really? Well, come over here. Let's see if this is true, shall we? Johnny said he was still thinking the boys were telling a practical joke. Johnny brought them over to where the sea lions were. Okay, Reed. Ask one of those sea lions what their name is, Johnny smiled, eagerly waiting to see Reed's so-called ability.
Okay, Reed started speaking sea lion to one of them. The sea lion spoke back to him.
Amazing, Johnny said. Reed turned to Johnny and said,
just then the brother's father came in as he was looking for them. "Oh, boys, there you are," the dad said as he ran up to his sons.
"Dad, this is Johnny Tooby," Reed said. "Nice to meet you, sir," Daniel said as he shook Johnny's hand. "Pleasure's all mine," Johnny said.
"No, Johnny, I read about you selling your casino in Vegas and having to sell one of your lions."
"Yes, it was unfortunate that my casino had to close, but I had to sell off one of the lions and couldn't sell off separate the mates, Brass and Sylvia. It wouldn't be right."
"I see. Well, this may be disturbing to tell you, but you see, after you sold them, Coco had gone missing from the zoo, and there was an article this morning that poachers are in Africa. We believe that these poachers may be following Coco to his home, and therefore may lead to a gold mine of illegal game for them to kill and sell on the black market."
"Really?" Johnny's eyes lit up. "I think we should discuss this in more detail over dinner. My treat. Do you guys like Italian?"
"Yes," went Reed.
No.
"No."
"Yes."
"No," they argued. "Boys,
Yes.
stop it. Love Italian," Daniel said.
"Do we get to use these sweet Clipper cards? Everything $2?" Brett asked. "Actually, we're going my way," Johnny said in a grin. Johnny opened his phone and pressed the talk button and pushed a button on his cell to get his limo. A black limo pulled up on Jefferson Street. Mike, the limo driver, came up and opened the door. "Cool."
"Cool."
Both brothers said in unison. "Mike, call Fiordia d'Italia and tell him to reserve a table for 2B. It's for the four of us." "Yes, sir." The four got in a limo and went to the Fiordia d'Italia restaurant, the oldest restaurant in San Francisco that's Italian. As soon as they were there, seated immediately for their reservation, and they ordered very quickly. "Anyway, you were saying Copa has gone missing and poachers are now in Africa?" Johnny asked.
"Yes, and if my fears are correct, Copa may be back in Kenya right now and in danger," Daniel explained.
"I can't allow that to happen," Johnny sighed. "Me neither, Dad," Reed said seriously.
Daniel looked at his son and sighed. "You are aware of my son's gift."
"It is interesting and amazing."
"Johnny, I think you'll need Reed's help if you're planning to find out what happened to Copa and try to stop those poachers in Africa."
"Well..."
"Johnny, I might not like it, and I'm sure my wife is not willing to approve of this, but I feel that Reed must come with you, as he has the gift and will be able to help."
"All right, Reed, you may be under my care until he comes home." "What about me?" Brett asked as he gave his dad puppy dog eyes. "Sigh. You may go with Reed and Johnny."
"Yay!" the 13-year-old screamed. People stared at the table when he did that. "Okay, Reed. Make sure he says under control," Daniel ordered.
"Great! Nice doing business with you." As Johnny reached to shake Daniel's hand, Daniel looked at him with a weird look. "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just so used to making business deals so much that it becomes a habit of mine. I forgot my social sense," Johnny said.
"That's okay, Johnny. I'm somewhat of an entrepreneur myself. I know how to talk shop, and in a way you're agreeing to take my children under your wing temporarily. So it's sort of a business deal," Daniel said.
"Very good."
"Does someone want to take me to the restroom?" Brett asked. Everyone at the table stared at him. "Alright then, tomorrow morning I will pick you guys up at the Hilton Financial District near Chinatown," Reed interrupted.
So the next morning, Johnny's limo was waiting for them while Reed and Brett were saying goodbye to their dad. "To the danger zone," Brett said. The three heard the music of Danger Zone in the background on the radio and started laughing. And they laughed all the way to SFO as the limo pulled up to a smaller strip on the airport to Johnny's private jet. The first stop was the LA Zoo to talk to the administrator.
The administrator didn't know how it happened. We walked around the zoo and wound up at the lion's habitat. We had spoken to Lionel and Cookie about Copa and told them that 2 men and a woman got him out. A man with a snack stand uniform grabbed Copa while the female doctor used chloroform on a trainer while the guard kept watch.
Johnny said. Interesting, let's see if we could find this guard, but first let's have some lunch. I want American food, Brett said. The trio walked to the American snack stand and heard, yes sir, anything you say, sir, in the back. Steve went up to the window. Next! And that, my friends, is the end of Chapter 15, Plotting. All music belongs to Kenny Loggins and who wrote the other stuff. Ark Harrison and Leonard Rosen. I'm Johnny 2B.
I'm Hopeless Romance.
And we thank you for listening to Chapter 15, Plotting. Thank you and have a good night.